So who are Electrical Innovations? Electrical Innovations are a solar installer and electrical company based in Derby. My name is Ben and I'm the owner. We've grown our team over the last few years. It wasn't long ago where it was just myself and one other electrician. We've taken on 2 or 3 staff members a year for the last 2 or 3 years. We've got 12 in the team now. So we've got Ainsley, who is our solar coordinator. Charlene is our office manager. Colin's our ops manager. He'll be the one who looks after any electrical work. My wife, Kelly, she does all our marketing and social media. I run the day-to-day. And then on the tools, we have a really good team of electricians, all been through apprenticeships, all fully qualified and continually trained. What do Electrical Innovations do? We're electricians and solar installers. We fix electrics, we install electrics, we fit solar, we fit batteries, we fit EV chargers, and we do repairs, maintenance, electrical reports, and all the regular thing you'd expect from an electrician. But we try and do it a bit smarter, a bit cleverer. We are down with the new technologies. As electricians, we're registered with the NIC, EIC as approved contractors. You can see the logos we've got on our jackets. We're also MCS registered for solar installations. We're part of the Trustmark organisation as well and the Renewable Energy Consumer Code. So we've got lots of accreditations to support our business. What areas do Electrical Innovations cover? So we're based in Derby. I live in Chellaston and the office is in Swarkston. So if you've been driving through Swarkston, you might have seen the old Swarkston Hall. We're based in the grounds there. We like to stay local. Local is really important to us. But we do cover a bit further afield. We have staff all over Derby and into Nottingham, and we can cover up to about an hour or so around Derby. And we do go further sometimes, but we do try and stay local. Local is certainly best. One of the problems in the solar industry we're seeing at the moment is supply chain and products and getting hold of equipment and things like that. So the way we work is we have preferred systems that we like to fit and preferred products that we like to use, and we will keep stock of that. We'll also have deliveries here to our office, so we can keep them in the workshop. We've got all the racking behind us. We've got pallet racking off camera at the side here. The last thing we want is to get a system booked in, tell a customer we're going to be able to do an install, and then get let down by a supplier, which has happened and happened a lot last year. It wasn't just us, it was a problem in the whole industry. So to get ahead of that, what we've decided to do is take on extra storage space, take on an extra warehouse, and we buy in advance. So we can keep that stock on hand. Now, what that means for you as a customer is you can come to us, and when we say this is your installation date, you've got the confidence then to know that we're going to turn up with all the equipment we need to come and get the job done. So how do you make a booking with Electrical Innovations? We try to make things as simple as possible to get us in to do your work for you. So whether that's electrical or solar or anything else that we do, we have a simple booking process. So generally an inquiry comes in, it'll be picked up by one of our office team or our call centre if one of us are unavailable. We use a call centre because quite often we're on the phones and people don't like to just leave messages on answer phones, they like to talk to a person. So we've got a team that we work with. Why do we send out an inquiry form? It lets us help you with a quote as soon as possible, as accurately as possible, and it gives us all the information we need to be able to give you an accurate MCS accredited solar proposal. So what this means is we need to choose the right property, which is always a challenge sometimes using Google Maps. So we ask for photos of your houses, locations on the maps, as well as your address. And we ask some simple information about your bills and how much energy you're using, because that lets us design a system suitable for your usage. You don't want us telling you you can have 6 panels if you actually need 16. And same the other way, you don't want a massive system if your usage is only going to be good enough for maybe 8 or 10 panels. So we'll design a system to suit your specific needs. So once your form has been filled in and sent back to us, we'll then crack on and get you a proposal sorted as quickly as possible. We have a dedicated designer in our team who puts together the initial survey. It gets checked over and then sent back to you. And at that point, you'll normally get your proposal to take a look at online. It'll usually have a few different options of what sort of systems we could provide for you with prices and an accurate representation of the panels on the roofs. With that, we'll send a video, which will just be myself talking through the quote for you, telling you what we've provided. And there'll be a simple online booking link where you can click a link and book a chat with me straight into my diary. How does scaffold work for solar? So we have a local scaffold team that we work with and they do all our installations. What will happen is we'll come and do the job, and as part of that, we would take a survey before the install and we'd take some information about the scaffolds. We would pass that on to our scaffold team and they would come, erect a scaffold, we'd do all the work off scaffolds, and then when we're done, it would be taken down. So what happens on installation day? When the install's been booked in, scaffold's up, our team's going to come to site with all the materials and get everything sorted, hopefully all in 1 or 2 days. Bigger installs can take a longer time, and what we do find is a lot of the customers that come to us want a whole package. They don't want us to just put panels up and leave it at that. Quite often we're finding solar panels, batteries, water heater controllers, EV charge points. So all of these things add up and can extend the length of the job. So this is what goes on the roof. Obviously the panels go on the roof, but the way to get them on the roof is using rails and hooks such as these. So we'll lift the tiles, we'll fix a hook down to the rafters under the tiles. The tiles get notched and cut to suit the hooks as well, so it keeps the strength of the tile intact, but it also makes sure the dirt and water seals are all intact as well. So no wind, no animals or anything like that can get into the roof. Then the rails go onto the brackets like this, and as you can see, these are rock solid. We'll quite often have all the panels on one roof, but it's not unusual to be spread across 2 roofs or even more. So we can design the system to suit that, whether it's changing the inverters or suitable strings to match how the system's laid out. This is a battery and an inverter in a garage. We don't have to put the equipment in garages because you don't always have that option. So we put these things in lofts, we can put them outside. They can go inside people's properties, but a garage installation like this is very common for us. So here's some of the components that we're going to fit on all our systems. You're going to have an inverter and a battery. Up here we're going to have our isolators. This is the cabling that's going to go to the roof to attach to the solar panels. You've got an AC isolator to cut off the mains electric from the house. We're going to put a consumer unit in to hold the meters and things like that. So all of this equipment you're going to see on all of our jobs. A battery storage system like this one will take energy that's being produced from the roof by the solar inverter, and it's going to store it in the battery for you to be able to use later at night when there's no solar available or on cloudy days. The great thing about battery storage is you can also charge these batteries up at night from the grid. So when it comes to wiring in this equipment, you're going to have your battery and inverter located usually near to your mains. You're going to have a cable from the equipment here going over to your main electric meter box or consumer unit to the house. Even if we're putting a new consumer unit in, you're still going to have a cable between those. And then from here, you're going to have a cable from the inverter up to the solar panels on the roof. All of these systems are going to have an energy meter. This one up here is going to track the generation from the system, but they're also going to have an app. So you're going to be able to monitor and manage your system from the app on your smartphone. Now that's really important because you want it to be easy to see how much energy your solar is producing, how best to use that energy in your house. So that's us, Electrical Innovations. If you've seen this video and you think maybe you'd like a battery at home or a solar PV install, you can feel free to get in touch with us. Our phone number is 01332 498 130. We're very active on all the social media platforms, but we're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. And you can also find us on our website, it's elec-in.co.uk.